Mesothelioma, who represent mesothelioma victim and their families, helping them recover compensation from the asbestos companies responsible for their illness and making sure they get needed medical care and other assistance. Experienced trial lawyers. At Morgan& and Morgan, our attorneys have witnessed the devastating effect mesothelioma can have on a patient and their loved ones. Almost always fatal mesothelioma caused solely by exposure to asbestos could have been entirely preventable. Asbestos companies knew for decades that their products could cause disease, but they concealed the dangers, putting millions at risk for developing mesothelioma and other disease. Many people exposed to asbestos decades ago are only now being diagnosed with mesothelioma and wondering where to turn for help. Our attorney help have recovered millions of dollars for hundreds of mesothelioma victims across the United States. We are one of the few firms in the country with the resources and experiences needed to handle mesothelioma lawsuit, making it as easy as possible for our clients to obtain the compensation they deserve. Simply get in touch with our attorney and we will handle the rest. Signs and symptoms of mesothelioma. Mesothelioma is difficult to diagnose due to the disease long latency period. Sometimes the onset of symptoms can come 50 years after the initial asbestos exposure. Many workers didn't get sick until they are retired. Many years after asbestos exposure, mesothelioma is also difficult to diagnose because its symptoms can resemble common, less severe respiratory illness. The symptoms of mesothelioma include chest pain of persistent cough, shortness of breath, and painful breathing, loss of appetite, and unexplained weight loss, fluid accumulation around the lungs, fatigue. If you have a history of asbestos exposure, report any of these symptoms to your doctor immediately. Your doctor can perform the necessary imaging tests and biopsies. Mesothelioma is incurable, but the earlier it is diagnosed, the more treatment options our patient has. How Morgan & Morgan helps mesothelioma victim. Unlike companies that attract clients and then hand their cases of the third party law firm, we handle mesothelioma claims ourselves. For start to finish, you will have the same attorney working on your case and not just any attorney. A mesothelioma lawsuit requires an asbestos law specialist who can navigate the complex claim process and take on the powerful asbestos industry. Morgan & Morgan has vast experience doing this. Our mesothelioma expert will do all the work of seeking compensation from asbestos companies, but since we are a nationwide firm with legal expert in numerous fields, we can also help in other ways. Mm. Such as putting you in touch with top cancer doctor in your area and filing claim with Veterans Affairs, Social Security, Disability Insurance, Medicare. Morgan & Morgan is headquartered in Orlando, Florida, but we accept cases nationwide and will come to you on matter where you live. While it may seem more convenient to work with a local law firm, keep in mind that we are unequivocally unqualified qualified to handle these very complicated mesothelioma cases. In addition to represent those living with mesothelioma, we represent the families of those who have lost a loved one to the disease. If you have been diagnosed with or lost a family member to mesothelioma, schedule a free case review and learn how can we help you.